Hey, you guys, how are you? How are you? How are you? Thank you all for coming in. Hey, y'all. Good to see you, my YouTube family, my YouTube family. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you so very much for coming in. As you guys are coming in, please like, please share, and subscribe. Listen, I am almost at 1,000 subscribers. I am super, super excited. I'm grateful for those of you that have subscribed. I'm grateful for those of you that have shared. I am grateful for those of you that have commented also on my YouTubes. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Listen, this information is for you. It is also for those of you that might be listening on my podcast as well. So I've got multi purposes for this information, and I hope that it will be beneficial to you. Beneficial to you. For those of you guys who follow me, for those of you all who are familiar with me, you all know that I talk about all things nonprofits, all things how do you start your nonprofit, all things how do you run your nonprofit, all things how do you fund your nonprofits, right? This has been my life. This has been my passion for well over 38 years. And honey, I'm not tired yet. I am not tired yet. I am seriously on a quest and a journey to help 1,000 organizations understand what it is to not just start your nonprofit, but understand how to fund it, understand how to grow it, understand how it can be competitive, right? Because we are in a business that we are competing. We are competing with other organizations. We are competing for funding. We are competing for support. So, not to say that that means one gets and one doesn't. That means that you are able to stand with those that know how, that you are equipped and that you are positioned to articulate, to clarify, and to demonstrate why your mission matters, why your mission matters, why your mission matters. Okay. Today, I want to talk to you guys about just that thing. Why does your mission matter? Why does your mission matter? Your ability to attract, your ability to educate, your ability to inspire, your ability to clarify to your donors is how you secure funding, right? How do you secure funding? How do you attract donors? You secure funding and you attract donors by being able to articulate your mission, show and demonstrate, um, explain your impact through that case for support, do through that education, through that inspiration, through that articulation. That's how you inspire donors to give, right? Today, I want to talk to you guys about case for support. Put case for support in the chat. Case for support, right? A grant application is a case for support. Your grant application says, this is what we do. This is why we do what we do. This is the need for what we do, right? The case for support to that end is what shares, what shows, what clarifies to the donor that through their support, your mission being accomplished is important, right? Is important. So, what does that look like? What does that look like? What does that look like? Let me tell you what that looks like. Here we go. A case for support is essential for your organization. And your ability to clarify, to describe, to introduce your mission, your vision, is what first resonates with your audience. It's not your passion. It's not why you started. It is your ability to clarify the mission, why the mission is important, how your organization has identified the need, and how your organization is meeting that need. That's what resonates with the donor. Again, in the grant application, it's very much similar. But with the other seven streams of revenue, you have eight streams of revenue. Put eight in the chat. 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 Each of your donor areas, you've got to be able to show and share. You've got to be able to resonate with them why their support of your organization is important to them. So, whether you're a new nonprofit or whether you're looking to refine your fundraising strategy, all right, I want you all to know that these actionable insights are designed to help you to succeed. Okay. These actionable insights are designed to help you succeed. All right. Put succeed in the chat. Put succeed in the chat. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Number one. Number one. Why is the case for support important? It tells your organization's story. It tells what is the purpose for your organization. It's more than a document. It really is the heart and the soul of your nonprofit's mission. It tells your story of why your mission matters and the way that you tell that story connects with the donor. Your passion is not what connects. Jen, I want donors who are passionate. I want supporters who are passionate. No, you want donors who can connect. You want donors who see the importance of. You want donors to value the mission and understand why the mission is so important, right? It inspires them to take action. You're saying, Jen, I started my nonprofit because of what happened to me. Jen, I started my nonprofit because of what I want to do. Jen, I started my nonprofit because what happened to me. And I want to make sure that what happens to me doesn't happen to anybody else. That's not what resonates with them. That's not what resonates with your donors. That's not what's going to inspire them to what? Take action. Put take action in the chat. Take action. What is the action that you want them to take? You want them to take the action of supporting your organization. You want them to take action by becoming connected to your organization. You want them to take action by either volunteering, by either giving, by either donating to your organization. So, what is it about what you say that's going to cause them to what? Take action. Your case for support. Your case for support. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Your case for support. Are you right now? Are you right now clear about why your mission matters? Are you right now clear about why your mission matters? Clear enough to have a conversation, clear enough to introduce what you do to your donors and your funders. And let me tell you why that's important. It helps define the clarity of goal, the clarity of vision, so that your donors understand. I need you to hear me now. If your donors don't understand what it is that they're supporting, they're not likely to support. Do you do it? If you are being asked for something, but you don't understand what you're being asked for, if you're not clear about what is really happening with your money, are you inclined to give? Are you inclined to stop, to pause, and then invest? Are you? If you're not clear about where my money is going, if you're not clear about how my dollars are going to be invested or what the investment is going to result in, are you inclined to give? Yes or no? Put yes or no in the chat. Are you? Are you inclined to give if you are not clear where your money is going? Yes or no? Right? So, your ability to articulate, your ability to clarify, your ability to demonstrate your mission and your vision, that is what's going to define. It's going to define, put define in the chat. It's going to define for your donors and your funders why this is important. It's not important because you started it. It's not important because you're passionate about it. It's not important. No, you've got to be able to define, why does this mission matter? You've got to be able to define the goals of your organization and the vision of your business, your organization. What's the vision? What's the vision of your organization? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? That helps the donor. It ensures the donor understand exactly what it is that you are asking them to invest in. The donor, the funder, the supporter, it is an investment. It's an investment. Put investment in the chat. It's an investment. It's not an investment of what you want to do. It's not an investment of your idea. It's an investment in the mission being accomplished. Your case for support also demonstrates data, evidence. A strong case for support showcases your organization's ability, your organization's achievements, your organization truly being the solution. How do you get to that? Through your outcomes, through the results that you provide, through your goals. How do you demonstrate that to the donor and the funder? Through your stories, through the testimonials, proving to the donors, proving to the donors that their support makes a real difference. I need you guys to understand something, that donors and funders, supporters and contributors, they give because they want to make a difference. They're not giving to you because you're a nonprofit. They're giving to the organizations that can show, that can communicate, that can articulate that they really make a difference. Well, then show them the difference. Describe the difference. Clarify why this difference being made in our community is important. That's the case for support. The same thing. The same thing is true for the grant application. In the grant application, that is a case for support. It says, what is your program? What is your program design? What are your goals and what are your objectives? What does impact look like? That's what the grant application says. Now, to the other streams of revenue, to the individuals, to the corporations, to those that would be partners and collaborators, to those that would also support you through program fees and products and services, right? Those that even would come to your event. You have opportunity to share every day in every way. This is the case for support. This is why our organization matters. This is the importance of our work. And this is what success looks like. That's what you're wanting to validate to them. That with and through their investment, this is what success looks like. Not, this is my passion, this is what I want to do, this is what I started, this is why I started. No, this is what success looks like. Can y'all articulate success? Can you show and share with the donor and the funder that through their contribution, this is what success looks like? Why is that important? It shows that you, in fact, know how to achieve success. Now, I know many of you started your nonprofit not even thinking about what success looks like. Y'all started your nonprofit thinking about what activity you wanted to do. You started your nonprofit because of your passion. You started your nonprofit because of all the activities, all the activities. No, we start our business is about what is success look like. Your donors and funders are funding success. They're investing in your business and they're wanting to know that you know how to be successful. Now, this again is where having this language is important for who? Your donors, your funders, and your board. Because if you don't know how to describe success, they don't either. They can't help you raise money. They can't talk about why the mission matters to them. They can't speak about or initiate a conversation. How in the ding dang devil do we start a whole business and we cannot describe our product? Did you hear what I said? We cannot describe our product. We can describe our passion. We can describe why we started. We can describe what we want to do. But that's not what the donors fund. That's not what compels them. That's not what excites them. That is not what drives them or inspires them to want to give. It is your case for support. How do you demonstrate impact? Your achievement. Well, Jen, I'm a new nonprofit. I'm a new nonprofit, Jen. We haven't had any success yet. Jen, I'm a brand new nonprofit. We haven't done our program yet. Jen, I'm a new nonprofit. Then you should have goals. You should have you should have an idea of what success looks like, right? Otherwise, why are we doing this work? You should be able to clarify this is what we will accomplish. We are in the business of result. We're in the business of accomplishment. We're in the business of change. We're in the business of meeting need. It is your job to be able to describe what does that look like? Because that's what's important. It's not that you got a piece of paper. Your nonprofit is not a piece of paper. It is not that you have a nonprofit. It's not that you started a nonprofit. It is, this is what we are created to achieve. That's what draws your donors. For those of you that want to just send out what? A pitch deck. What does a pitch deck say? A pitch deck is saying, this is what we need. This is what we need. Well, what's going to be accomplished with it? How is what they are asked to support going to make a difference? What is going to be the result of this support? That's your case for support. I know. Nobody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about starting a nonprofit. Everybody's talking about Jen, I got a nonprofit. Now I need a grant. Jen, I need a grant. Jen, I need a grant. Jen, I need a grant. What is a grant? An investment in your ability and your capacity to achieve your mission. What's a grant? Money that is an investment based upon your ability, your capacity, your skill at describing what result is going to look like. That's what the grant application says. The grant application says this is the need, this is how we meet the need, and with and through your support, this is what the outcome looks like. This is how we measure to achievement. That's what it says. You got to be able to say it. Who else has got to be able to say it? Your board. Your board has to be able to describe, to introduce, to clarify to who? The donor, the funder, the supporter. If they don't know the case for support, how the devil are they going to help you raise money? How do we raise money? How do we raise money? by inspiring, by introducing, by clarifying to those that would and could be supporters what their donation will achieve. That's how we raise money. We raise money by sharing our case for support. We raise money by sharing and showing why what we do is important. We raise money by connecting, by introducing, by clarifying. To who? The people who are not in it. Why this is important. Otherwise, how will they know to give? How will they know to give? Why would they be inspired to keep giving? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I get on a rant every day. I get on this rant and I say to myself, Jen, don't get on that rant, honey. Don't get on that rant. Don't get on that rant. Don't get on that rant. I just can't help myself. Honey, a good rant comes along and I'm jumping on board. You understand? I just jump straight on board to that rant. And my rant is this: money is not your problem. Money is not your problem. Your problem is that when you started this thing, when you said, Jen, I want to start a nonprofit. Jen, I started a nonprofit. Jen, I've had my nonprofit for a long time, but we don't have any donors. We don't have any funders. We don't have any supporters. We don't have any contributors. My question is why? I believe it's because your donors and funders don't know why they should support you. Why should they support you? Why? Why should they? Put why in the chat. Why should they give you their money for something that they're not in? Why? You should be able to answer that. Your mission matters. You should be able to speak to, introduce. Y'all don't want to do that? Jen, I don't like fundraising. I don't like talking about our organization, Jen. I don't like networking. I don't like sharing our case for support. I don't like explaining why what we do is important. I don't like networking. I don't like sharing the value of our work. That's just too much. It's too much, Jen. It takes too much time. It takes too much time to describe why our work matters. So you think you can sidestep this thing by writing a grant? The same thing. You still got to explain. You still have to explain why should the grant funder consider giving money to your business? You can't get away from it. You can't get away from it. Jen, I was told I should hire a grant writer. What's a grant writer's job? To take your program and to write a clear, concise case for support. That's what it is. That's all them application questions. But when there is no application and you are standing at a networking event, when there is no application and you are invited into a conversation, when there is no grant application, and your board is out introducing and connecting your organization with others in the community. Jen, I don't know what to say. Jen, I don't know where to start. Jen, I don't know where to begin. Jen, I don't. And so you're not. Money's not your problem. Money's not your problem. Jen, I don't know how to talk about why my program is important. Jen, I don't know how to describe why what we do is meaningful and necessary. I just don't know. I don't know how to articulate why this mission matters. So, what does that mean? That means you have shared and shown, or lack thereof, that there is no urgency. Put urgency in the chat. There's no urgency, Jen. No, there's no urgency. Mm-mm, there's no urgency. I'm funding everything out of my pocket. I'm doing everything by myself. I'm wearing all the hats. My board can't help me. My board um can't help me raise money, but there's no urgency. There's no urgency. We can wait. We can wait, Jen. We can wait. We're not networking. We're not communicating. We're not articulating with our donors and funders. We're not talking about why our mission met. There's no urgency, right? You all set it up. You set it up now. You set it up to fund this whole thing out of your own pocket. There's no urgency. I know I need to fundraise, Jen, but I'm not. I know I need to do some events, but I got an event, barely broke even, and I'm not raising any money even after that. Yeah, I know I need to write grants, Jen, but we haven't done that. There's no urgency. Y'all are not urgent. You're not urgent about learning how. You're not urgent about being equipped to. You're not urgent. That has nothing to do with money. That has everything to do with you're like it's not important. It's not important. It's not urgent. Because the way I set it up is I'm paying for everything out of my pocket. No, we don't have a budget, Jen. That's not urgent. No, we don't have to tell anybody how much this thing costs and how their donations and contributions are going to help us make a difference. No, that's not urgent. No, Jim, my board not being able to help us raise money and showing them or giving them the tools so that they can be successful in that. Oh, no, no, there's no urgency to that, Jim. I've been doing this, Jen, for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years more. No, there's no urgency. Now, it's your business. I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm just letting you know that money is not your problem. That's not the problem. The problem is that you have not made it a priority to create the information about your organization that's going to show the value of it to the people who are not in it. No, Jen, we don't have any donors. No, Jen, we don't communicate to our donors and our funders. No, Jen, we don't know how much this program cost, so we don't know what to ask for. Mm-mm. We don't know what to ask for, Jen. We don't know how much the program costs month after month. Nope, nope. There's no urgency to set up systems to raise money, to cultivate donors. No urgency. No urgency, Jen. They gave a one-time gift, but there is nothing in place to get the second gift or to inspire and motivate to them to keep giving. Nope, no urgency. Mm-mm. They gave last year, but they haven't given this year. I don't even remember the last time they gave, Jen. No, we only touch them once a year. Only once a year, Jen, and then they don't forgot that they gave. But there's no urgency. The only place that you have urgency is to deliver that program, which is nothing but an expense. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. A case for support that speaks directly to your donors and their interests. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? That donors give because of their interests. They're not giving because you're asking. They're not giving because they're not giving because of your passion. They're not giving because you got a piece of paper. They're giving because of their interest. The same is true in the grant application. In the grant application, the grant funder is not making a decision based upon what you want to do. The grant funder is not making a decision because you're a nonprofit. Jen, I got my nonprofit. I'm ready for a grant. Jen, I got my nonprofit. I got my board, Jen. I'm ready for a grant. That's not why they give you a grant. They're giving or making the decision to give the grant because they see that what you do interests them. that what you do interests them, it meets their priorities. I don't think y'all heard me. That's what makes it easier to connect. Put connect in the chat. Put connect in the chat. Put connect in the chat. But if you can't articulate your mission, how are they going to connect with you? If you're not clear about what success looks like, how are they going to be interested in what you're doing? What is it that's going to compel them to want to give and keep giving? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Are you hearing what I'm saying? You have to be able to articulate. You have to be able to describe, and not just you, but equipping your board to do the same, because you know that's your job. That's their job and your job to connect with the people who are not in your organization, to inspire, to introduce, to motivate, to educate them to see, to understand, to join, to feel inclined, to understand the urgency. But if you don't know what to say, I guarantee they don't know what to say either. If you don't know how to articulate the case for support, they don't either. Who's giving them what to say? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Your case for support engages, inspires, invites the donor to want to be a part of your mission. The case for support shows them how they can contribute. How can they be engaged? Listen, people give to people. People give to people. You've got to know and understand people. Why do the donors give? Why is it that they are inclined or led to give to something that they're not in? They're inspired by what? Your mission, your ability to achieve, your success. How do they know that? How do they know that? It has to be in your conversation. It has to be in your articulation. It has to be. Where else could it come from? Your passion? It's not about the money, but the money being used to accomplish success is a good return on investment. Listen, whether you are a small nonprofit or an established nonprofit, it's a strategic tool that can transform your fundraising. Your case for support helps you to stand out in the nonprofit landscape. It helps you to build stronger, put stronger in the chat, stronger relationships with your donors. It helps your community at large become clear about why your work is important. Are you able to share that with your donors? Why is this work important? What's at stake if we don't do this work? This is our mission, and this is why we created it. This is the need, and this is how we're addressing the need. Unlocking your donor support is not about talking about your passion, it's how you articulate a clear case for support. And then after you've gotten the donation, what is your next touch? What is it that you say after that? You say, this is what we were able to accomplish. Because of your support, this is what we've been able to achieve. You show them that their investment was a good one. Otherwise, why would they stay connected? Why would they want to be inspired to keep giving if they're not sure that what they gave to actually worked? What is it that would cause them to want to stay engaged if they don't know that what they gave to actually works? All right, so listen. For those of you all who've been following me for a while, thank you. Listen, I am on my way over here on the tuberations. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers. For those of you that are listening to me on my podcast, Nonprofit Nuggets with Jennifer Yarbrough, thank you for listening. I would invite you to come over and watch the video, watch it, watch the replay. And if you feel so inclined, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for commenting, and thank you for subscribing. For those of you that might listen to this on the podcast, thank you so very much for being a supporter. And thank you so much for your liking and leaving a comment um, under the podcast. I appreciate you. For those of you all who are new to me, I am Jen. I'm your nonprofit expert, over 38 years of experience in the space of nonprofit fundraising. I'm a professional fundraiser. I help organizations put together the plans, the strategies, the systems, and the tools to help take your organizations to the next level. For those of you that find it urgent to know how, okay? I offer a case for support template, right? For those of you that say, Jen, I need to know what is included in the case for support. There is a template by itself that you are able to get, okay? A template by itself that you are able to get. It's only, I think it's only $47, okay? You are welcome to the template by itself, okay? The other things that I talk about in terms of how do you raise money, how do you get the second gift, I invite you to get my nonprofit startup guide. It's $99. For those of you that say, I don't have $99, get the case for support template. The case for support template is the outline of what you should be saying to your donors, to your funders, to your supporters. All right? It is a cold down version of the grant application. Okay? If that is what you need to help your board and yourself to understand how to attract, how to engage, how to inspire your donors and your funders, you must have a case for support. You must know what to say and how to say it. And this case for support template puts the words in what you say, puts the words around how to say it. All right. It is a whole template. All you got to do is put in your information. Okay. Again, it's only $47. If you want the case for support and you want the donor, the fundraising strategy of how to get donors, how to sustain donors, how to cultivate donors, then I invite you to get my nonprofit startup guide. Okay. Now, for the next 5 weeks, for the 6 weeks, I have been doing a free training, free. I know y'all like free. right? A free training. It is 1 hour every Thursday, 1 hour every Thursday through the month of February and into the first week of March. All right. Where we are talking about nonprofit leadership essentials. Leadership essentials. Right. As the executive director, as the CEO, as the person that is in charge of running your nonprofit organization, it is imperative that you understand how to show, to share, to articulate, and to clarify to your board and to your team how they are to converse about, how they are to clarify, how they are to introduce what you do as an organization and why your mission is important in the community. Without that, they're not able to help you raise money. They're not able to help you raise money. Did you hear what I said? They're not able to help you raise money. All right. So I want you to make sure that you, as the lid, as the leader, are able to put in the hands of those that are helping you how they can help you, what they should be saying, what they should know about your organization. Okay. This is more than an elevator pitch. That's not what this is. They should be able to converse, they should be able to describe, they should be able to speak about why the mission matters, just like you. Right? And the more people that know, the more people that are clear, the more people that understand why your mission matters, that's how we raise more money. The more people that know what you do, the more people that see the value in what you do, are the more people that can give to what you do. But if no one knows the case for support, if no one understands the importance of the mission, if no one is clear about what's at stake if your mission is accomplished, how then there's no urgency to give. There's no urgency to give. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Hello? Am I making sense? All right? Am I making sense? I want to say thank you to those that have liked, those that have shared, those that have contributed to this conversation. Thank you for those over here on the YouTube. I appreciate you. I want you all to know, again, I say this all the time, that money is not your problem. Money is not your problem. Money is not your problem. The problem is not enough people know your case for support. Am I right? Not enough people know your case for support. Am I right? Not enough people know about why your organization matters. And that's why there's no money. You kind of kept it all to yourself, right? Money is not your problem. And again, you are competing with who? You're competing with other you're competing with other nonprofits who are able to articulate to the donor, to the funder, to the supporter, the case for support. You are competing with other organizations who are able to show and share why what they do is important. Okay. Are there any questions before I let you guys go? Are there any questions before I let you go? Are there any questions before I let you go? I want to say thank you again for those of you that have been liking. Thank you for those that have been sharing. Thank you for those that have been participating in the comments. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Um, as your nonprofit expert, it is my Joy, it is my opportunity to help 1,000 organizations understand the importance of this very work, right? And I'm the one that says, do not get on my calendar. Don't get on my calendar. Don't get on my calendar. Don't send me a DM message. Okay. Get one of the classes. Get the free training. It's free, right? I invite you to come and listen to me speak and teach on this subject matter. And hopefully, it will give you some clarity. Hopefully, it will give you some insight. Hopefully, it will give you some direction into how and what is needed to take your organization to the next level. Out of 100 nonprofits, 87 struggle. 87 struggle out of 100. What's the difference between the 87 and the 13? What's the difference? Knowledge. The 13 know how. They know how to do the work to raise funds. In this year of the 2025, I'm looking to move those organizations that are in the 87 over to the 13. I want to spend my time with those of you that are ready to take your organizations to the next level. I want to spend my time with those of you that say, Jen, I need to know how. I need to know what to do and how to do it. Okay. If that is you, and if you are ready for that, say me in the chat. Again, I'm going to invite you to um my free training. This Thursday is the second training where we talk about your mission, your vision, and your ability to articulate why that's important to the people who are not in it. Your role as the leader to speak about not just what you started, but why it's important that you started. Our business, our nonprofits, we do the work that government cannot do. We do the work that for-profit businesses cannot do. But the people who are in our programs are not our donors, are not our funders. So it is up to us to market our product. What's our product? Result. It's up to us to describe our product. What is our product? Result. It is up to us to speak about the urgency of our product so that we can solve the problem and reach result. But again, no one out here is talking about how do I run my nonprofit. Y'all are talking about starting it. I want you to understand how to run it, how to fund it, how to grow it, how to sustain it. Otherwise, the result can't continue. It's impossible. All right. So, for those of you that are following me here on YouTube, for those of you that are listening on my podcast, I invite you to come over to the YouTube. I invite you to click the link for the 6-week training. I invite you to do that. I invite you to also look at last week's training, last Thursday's training, this past Thursday, where we talked about what is essential when you are considering starting your nonprofit. You are the lid, you are the leader, you are the one in charge, you are the one that is setting the tone and the pace and the culture and the direction of the business. So it's not a program. You didn't start a program. You started a business. And you've got to be able to articulate and clarify why your business should be supported, right? And that means clarity of vision, clarity of mission, which is what we're going to be talking about in this upcoming Thursday upcoming Thursday is going to be at 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific. All right. We're going to be sharing it on the TikTok. This class was inspired by TikTok University. This class was inspired by um, Hillman Talk University, um, just wanting to lend my 38 years of experience to those of you that desire to learn. Now, those of you that are freebie seekers, this is right up your alley. Those that say, Jen, I need help, I need guidance, I need customized support. That's available to you as well. Okay. There are two groups. There are only two groups, the ones that know and the ones that don't. The ones that know and the ones that don't. The ones that know, they know how to fundraise. They know what to say. They know how to say it. They know how much it costs. They know, right? The ones that don't, I don't know how to put together a budget, Jen. I don't know how to articulate our impact, Jen. I don't know how to get donors, Jen. I don't know how to get funded. There's only two groups. I'm trying to move the people who don't know over into the slot of I know. Why? Because out of 80, out of 100, 87 largely are operating with less than $50,000 a year, paying for everything out of their pocket. What's the difference between the 87 and the 13? Knowledge. Knowledge. Out of 1.8, almost 2 million nonprofits, less than 2%, less than 2% of organizations led by people of color, less than 2% get grant funding. Less than 2%. Did you hear what I said? Why is that? Most of you don't know how to articulate your case for support. Most of you don't know. Am I right or no? You can put it in the comments. Am I right or no? I know what I want to do, Jim, but I don't know how to describe it. I know what I want to do, Jim, but I don't know how much it costs. I know what I want to do, Jim, but I don't know how to put together a fundraising plan. I know what I want to do, Jim, but I don't have any help. I don't have a board. Jen, I know what I want to do, but I've never done it before. I know what I want to do, Jim, but I don't know how to get started. I know what I want to do, Jim, but I don't have any help. Why is that? I can tell you that people who look like me, as a culture, we don't ask for help. We don't ask for help. Our counterparts get mentored. Our non-minority groups, they get mentored. They get mentored to know what to do in those positions. The people who look like me, we don't know how to ask for help. We'll thug it out. We'll try to figure it out. We'll go down with the ship. That's fine. I don't have a dog in that fight. I just want us to be clear that money is not your problem. Your ability to build community, you are a community based business. Your ability to build community, you are a community based business. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the bushes. You are a community based business. So you got to build community, and you're competing with those that know how. I'm just here to show you how. Who am I? I am your nonprofit expert, over 38 years of doing this work, of doing the work. I've raised hundreds of millions of dollars. I've run and led organizations. That was my job. It was not my passion. It was my job. It was my job to help 1,000 organizations nationally and internationally do the same. All right. That was my job. So if you are serious and interested, I invite you to come to the Thursday classes. They're free. All right. I offer one on ones. I offer one on one opportunities to engage with me. I'm giving this class, right? I'm extending it to you so that you understand um, what's involved and what's included. Um, and that's my Thursday training. If you all would like a one on one with me, I am offering one on one opportunities. I offer a 30-minute one on one. That's only $100. Okay. I offer a 90-minute one on one where we are able to get into strategy. We're able to express and expound some customized and specific language that is going to help your organization grow quicker, but it's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. Okay. You all get an opportunity to decide how you want help. How you want help. All right. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your attention. I thank you for your likes. I thank you for your comments. I thank you for your shares. I thank you for those that engaged. I thank you for those that subscribe. I thank you for being interested in this subject matter. I am passionate about this work, and I am passionate about meeting and working with organizational leaders who really want to compete. All right. Who really want to compete. All right. Um, That's all. Thank you again. Thank you for joining. Thank you for those that are going to watch the replay. If you are watching the replay, hashtag replay. And I look forward to being a part of your journey, being a part of your journey of nonprofit startup to sustainability.